Greetings. Can you see what I'm holding in my hand?
Looks like a remote control.
A remote control. You know what? Everyone in their home have a TV. At least who have a TV, they have a remote control. And here's the best part. Only the homeowners, the owners know how to use it. If I don't know about you, my guest. So if you're watching this, have it ever happened to you? You go to someone's home, you don't even know how to change the channels and do something. They say, yeah, go ahead and change it. No, what I do is, I don't know, being smart or something, I just take the remote and give it to the homeowner. I say, please, you go ahead and change it. Because I don't want to be embarrassed of not using it. Why we are talking about this one? Because in the age we are living in right now, we are about to move into a smart homes. That's where every equipment at your home, dishwasher, washer dryer, microwave, you name it, lights, everything will be pre-programmed by the manufacturers who are giving it to you. So guess what? If everyone is programmed the way is being programmed the way they think they should program, because we will be confused. Even we may move from one vendor to another vendor switch, we have to relearn it again. If we could not learn about remote in like probably 100 years or 50 years, guess what's going to happen? This smart home is like probably very high-tech stuff. However, relax. I scared you enough. Today, my guest is going to share with us how they are simplifying and unifying the whole thing. So for you as a customer will be like a layman, same experience wherever you go. What happens behind the scene? What is happening? We all need to get educated for that. For own selfish reason, I brought him to learn myself because I want to learn myself just like you're watching this. So for next few minutes, please set aside all the distractions. Stay tuned in because you're going to learn latest and greatest stuff about the smart equipment, smart homes, and how to live in a smart world, basically yourself. In case you don't know me, my name is Mohammed Siddique. I'm the host of Growth Hacking Show, where we bring entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs, CEOs, CMOs, founders, presidents of the companies to share what they are working on, what type of success they are having, what are their success secrets, and what are the mistakes we should avoid so that it doesn't cost us, it already costed them, so we can learn from each other. So without any further delay, please join me to welcome Kevin Herron. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you. Ken Herron. I'm thrilled to be here.
Ken Herron. I apologize. Ken,
it's all right.
Let me start with this. Where are you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to get involved in?
You're going to laugh at this.
Yes.
When I was thinking about your question, I went back to an 8th grade language fair before I was starting high school. All the different languages, German, French, Spanish, Russian, they were all pitching the incoming freshmen to get them to take their language. And it was really at that moment when I realized that I could learn another language, that would give me the opportunity to travel to another country and speak with someone that I had previously known nothing about. I really think that was the seed that started me off on this journey, working for a company based outside of the US and dealing with cutting edge technologies. Because quite honestly, once you can conjugate verbs in German, dealing with IoT and artificial intelligence feels pretty easy.
Oh, that's impressive. So as you mentioned, like I was reading your LinkedIn profile before, just trying to prepare myself. I'm going to scroll down all the way, and when I look at this 6 languages, oh my God, you are like an AI machine yourself. ASL, English, French, German, Russian, Spanish. Who are you, by the way, in the US?
That's the biggest thing when it comes to meeting people outside the US. I am always humbled by how many languages and the fluency of someone who is considered to be an educated professional, that they are always polyglots. They are always multilingual. And it really is humbling to reinforce and motivate yourself to continue to learn more languages.
Okay, wonderful. So in AI and IoT, based on you're working in this great company based in Singapore, and you are all over the world. It's a truly global company trying to penetrate into US with great value additions to simplifying our lives here. what are the top 3 missteps to avoid to grow your business based on how, because you are growing it, I'm sure you're hitting some, mistakes there.
The one that I have been guilty of is that when you start a new role, it's very easy to get all consumed in that role and you stop learning. So I kind of have to remind myself that I need to continue learning, because our practice, our craft, our discipline, whether you're a marketing person or a technical person, our worlds are changing so fast now, we can't ever get cocky and assume we know it all. We need to continually take that time, make that time to invest in ourselves so that we are continuing to learn.
Cool, that's one.
The next one, when we go to fill openings, when we go to hire people, the easy thing is to go to your network, which are more often than not people who are like you, who think like you, who work in your bubble. So when you are hiring people, to consciously seek out people with different experience. Can be different academic experience, can be different professional experience, people who maybe don't have your same shared first language. It's not just a question of diversity from a race or an ethnicity, but really go out there and try to find people who have had radically different experiences, because they're now bringing something to the table that you yourself don't have.
One more, third.
The third one, I have had this as when I've been the boss, I've had this when I've had other bosses, that if you don't know what motivates, what uniquely motivates each person on your team, you are not going to have a successful team of people. That if you can understand that, and I don't want to say take advantage, that sounds horrible wording wise, but if you can understand that and support each person in the way in which they need to be supported, they will be happier and you will have a much happier, more productive team of people.
Oh, very well said. It's very unique. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, what not to do to grow your business. So now let's talk about something positive based on your own experience and working with so many clients. And what are the top 3 success secrets for the business growth?
The first one may surprise you, but no matter your tenure, no matter how long you've been there, the ability to write and the ability to speak. I have a lot of peers that are my age that have never gotten comfortable with public speaking, that have never pushed themselves, whether it's training, Toastmasters, we know there's a lot of different ways to do it, but they've never given themselves that opportunity to push through their discomfort, because none of us were born being comfortable on a stage with a spotlight and teleprompter and all the rest. That's an unnatural situation. You're expected to feel uncomfortable. But I find that is so critical, both internally with a company and with your partners. The ability to get up there and tell your story your way is critical if you're a leader.
Okay, public speaking, one.
The next one, and I think anyone in the tech industry will nod their head vigorously, it's being able to get comfortable with and actually get energized by ambiguity. That years and years ago, when people, were a little less quick moving, you would go to school, you would learn your trade, you would learn your craft, and that's how things were done. When I look at what I am doing, there aren't hard, fast rules anymore, because the tools, the processes, everything we are using is so new. One of the big things we focus on is eliminating bias and artificial intelligence. There aren't rules for that. We're making the rules for that. So if you're a person who likes to be told what to do or likes to have structure or rules, you are going to have a hard time with it, because I don't know any of my peers, any of my friends in their work lives that are not having to be not just comfortable or tolerating, but learning how to see the opportunities in this very ambiguous world in which we work.
Cool, very good. So, so what's the third success secret? So we want 3. Yes.
The third one is the idea of self-awareness, to really know yourself, specifically in terms of strengths and weaknesses. Maybe algebra or calculus is not my strength. It used to be that, okay, we'll work with it on you and we'll get you up to mediocre. Forget that. I absolutely believe in this idea of understand and fully leverage your strengths. Find the things that you do best and become a world expert at them. There are other people on the team who can do the things that you don't enjoy, you're just not wired to do. So instead of banging your head against the wall to get up to mediocrity, focus on the things you can truly, truly master and be great at. I think that's how you get more personal satisfaction as an expert and how you can add the most value to your organization.
So thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. As a CMO of UIB, as unifiedinbox.com, you are responsible for growing the company, creating awareness and bringing more clients, especially in the United States. So the growth of a company is kind of roller coaster. Sometimes it's going up and some days we are not at the best what we wanted to be. Is that right? So when the day you are feeling down, how you keep going from that?
It's being fearless in the sense of we know who can benefit, whatever you're selling. We're all selling something, whatever you're selling, whatever that product or service may be, you know who can benefit from that. You may not know their name, but you know the type of person. So it's to be really proactive and go after the people you know have the need that you can solve better than anyone else. Don't wait for them to come to you, for them to find you, do a Google search. Physically get out there, pick up the phone, whatever is right for your business, but reach out to them. It's not that they've said no to you, it's that they don't even know you exist to have that conversation. So it's okay to introduce yourself to strangers. I know mom said you shouldn't talk to strangers. Talk to strangers. They need what you are offering. They just don't know about you yet, especially if you're in a smaller business.
Yeah. Be fearless and talk to strangers. Be persistent. Keep going until they say absolutely no, go away, don't talk to me. No, most of the time, no is a 50%. Shy, yes, there's no mean not now. Okay, that's not the right time.
I believe that the no is often, I don't have enough information to say yes. I'm too busy, I'm too distracted, I've not yet had the opportunity to understand, because you know who can use your value. So it's just finding the appropriate, respectful, relevant way to get their attention and help them to understand what you can bring them.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Ken. Ken, how Unified Inbox is growing right now, and what are you doing to, what type of results you have created, and take it away and just share with us a little bit more, because such a new stuff. So we all need to kind of familiarize ourselves, so that way we can actually make the introduction to you later once we kind of find your target market.
What works really well for us is showing people, not telling them, but showing them what we can do.
Yeah.
So taking videos, doing demos, doing proofs of concept, being able to understand the customer's problem and then show them how, because the technology can get very geeky very quickly. And that even though we have to sell to a technology buyer, we also have to sell to a financial buyer, and we have to sell to a business or an economic buyer, which can be different from the financial. So if you keep in mind those different types of buyers and you're able to show them what they need to understand to evaluate your business, for us, that is our best possible growth hacking. Show, don't tell.
Show and don't tell. That gives a kind of proof it works already. That's always given in mind. Yeah.
Well, if I show you something in the example of a demo, if I tell you about it, you may or may not believe me. You may or may not fully understand me. But if I can show you something, you can go through it at your pace. You can then come back with questions, and it's a different level of credibility. I think back, remember as a small child, oftentimes in school, we would have show and tell. Yeah. Sometimes they would forget what they were going to talk about. There was always that suspension of belief that if you came up there and didn't have something to show people, it was harder for people to visualize. Make it easy for people to understand what it is you're doing. Give them that visualization. Now, for some people, that's an architectural diagram. For other people, that's an actual video of it working. And for others, they care about the results. They don't necessarily care about the process. They want to see the impact. Show me the cost reduction, show me the revenue generation, show me the customer delight. Tell me what customers think about this. And if you can show that, it changes the entire tone of the conversation.
I want you to take an opportunity this and share some case study how your system, this all high-tech stuff is working for. I mean, you have so many high-tech clients on your website. Just take one which in generic format so we all can understand that how it's going to create an impact in everyday's life.
Okay, picture yourself. You are a security guard. You're working in a large building all by yourself. You have smart security cameras. You have a dashboard. Would you rather have a red light saying, hey, there's a problem in sector A, go in the dark, you don't know what's going on, go see what triggered that security camera? Okay, that's not a job I would want. With Unification Engine, we have partnered with Bosch. So with their smart cameras, the camera can now message you on whatever channel is most convenient for you as a security guard. If you're in China, maybe it's WeChat. If you're in Japan, maybe it's Line. If you're in Dubai, it's probably WhatsApp. Here in the US, it might be a text message. The camera can send you a message that can include still images, that can include a video clip. So now, before you get up and see what's going on, you have a video. Oh, there's a bad guy with a gun. I'm not going to do this on my own. I'm going to pick up the phone and call for help. So from the security guard's perspective, this is life-changing and potentially life-saving, that you never go around a dark, blind corner without knowing what's on the other side.
That's amazing. I do see you also have Dubai police, and there's so many
Yes.
other things working, and I'm sure you probably have some confidential things what you're going as confidential contracts where you can't discuss everything. And is there something which, as a law enforcement agency at a high level, how they can use all this? Just a high level.
Let me share it this way. And first of all, we have nothing but respect for them. They challenge us in ways that no other customer has. They are brilliant and they are aggressive in their use of technology to achieve their mission and to achieve their goals as a policing organization. If you think of police departments, they often have emergency communications and non-emergency communications, information. We are working with them on the non-emergency communications. So how do we make information more readily available both to the residents of the city of Dubai, but also the visitors? They are a unique city in that they have such a large number of new residents and travelers, visitors, people stopping in Dubai before going somewhere else. There's a very high need for information. And if you solve the problem of non-emergency communications, you also solve the problem of emergency communications, because I don't have to call the emergency line to deal with my even though to me it's very important, they really don't want you to call the emergency line. That's not what it's for.
Oh, wonderful. That's amazing. Everything is on your fingertips and make it so easy for even new people to use it, and
Exactly.
make it unified.
And people who speak different languages, people who have different tools. If I'm landing in Dubai at 2 a.m, I'm groggy. They have wonderful portals. They have extremely well-designed apps. But quite honestly, speaking from experience, I land in Dubai at 2 a.m, I'm much better using what I'm already familiar with on my phone than trying to deal with your remote control example. I don't want anyone's remote control at 2 a.m. I want my remote control that I already know how to use. That's a large part of our value proposition. We make machine to human communications simple.
Wonderful, wonderful. So how Growth Hacking Community Show, we can help you to grow your business? How we can help you?
It's really about sharing leads and referrals. From our perspective, every business needs to solve this problem. Human to machine communications is universal. So whether it's your viewer's business or they know someone who has this issue that they're struggling with, anyone who's dealing today with mobile apps or smart speakers is a prime candidate for us, because there's not just one smart speaker in the world. It's not all about Amazon Echo. There are now dozens coming out of Asia. if you're a manufacturer, the last thing you want to do is have to integrate with a dozen smart speakers or a dozen virtual assistants. We take that on for people. We become that central integration point.
So are we talking about unification engines to kind of give them this engine so that way?
Exactly. Unification Engine is the name for our intelligent IoT messaging platform. It's a set of integrated APIs that brings together the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and unified messaging.
And this is implementable worldwide, wherever countries are
Globally,
focusing on
yes.
smart globally.
No restrictions.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So anyone you are thinking it's you, or you know of someone, or you may actually get to know someone after watching this interview later, go ahead and introduce that person to Ken Herron. Ken, I'm going to show your profile on LinkedIn again. And
Thank you.
please do mention you came from Growth Hacking Show, so that way Ken will accept you. So that's the reason.
I will accept everyone, but I'll know how you heard of us if you mention where you found us.
Wonderful, wonderful. So start learning, because learning is the first step in actually doing anything beyond that. We all need to learn how to make it better. So as we are about to wrap up, Ken, what would you say as a final word?
As a final word, it's invest in yourself. Specifically, take the time to know what's happening in your industry. I see so many people who are brilliant, but they become very quickly dated because they get so focused on the business, they have less bandwidth to know all of the changes, and over time that makes them less effective than they could be. So whether it's that some people are morning people, some people are night people, even as little as 15 minutes a day to keep track of what's happening in your industry, you'll get ideas, and you'll get a lot of ideas for collaborators, for partners in the business that you can work with to better serve your customers' needs.
Thank you so much, Ken, for sharing your wisdom with us today. On the behalf of a Growth Hacking Show community and our entire team, we really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia, wishing you good luck, good sales, and I do hope our path cross again with another amazing guest. Until then, all best wishes.
Thank you, Siddique.